So one of my favorite spooky Fuquay stories is one that has become part of American folklore everywhere. One of the first recordings of it was part of the Slave Narrative Project, a project of the Federal Writers Project during the Working Progress Administration, part of the New Deal. To simplify, during the Great Depression, the government was trying to generate new jobs. One of the things they did was send writers out to collect stories of Americans, and 2,300 of those Americans that they decided to interview for the Slave Narrative Project were formerly enslaved people. And one of those stories is from our area of Wake County, and it has gone on to become very common in American folklore. A few years ago, I put on a play about North Carolina's ghosts and legends, and I wanted a way to bring this story to life. So I asked my friend Jazz Hicks, a local artist, to create a shadow puppet theater production of The Miller's Witch, and I thought I'd share it with you guys here today. So without any further ado, here is The Miller's Witch. Now, the story goes that there was a very successful freeman who ran a mill just north of Fuquay. Everything changed, though, when he married a beautiful but mysterious woman who wasn't from around those parts, so nobody trusted her. You get it. Anyway, when the rumors started that she was a witch, folks stopped coming to the mill altogether. And then when crops started dying on nearby farms, folks said she was getting her revenge. The farmers and their families also started seeing a black cat as big as a goat with big, glowing red eyes wandering through the fields at night. Now, even with all this going on, the miller had an important mission that he kept secret. See, he was known to help folks escaping slavery, and runaways could come to him for food and shelter along their route up north to freedom. About this time, a young man escaped from a nearby plantation, so of course the miller took him in and hid him in a small storage room in the mill. Now, this man had heard about the miller's wife, but he wasn't afraid. See, witches and cats just weren't scary compared to what he was escaping. The man kept with him a big butcher's knife on his travels, and he slept with it beside him. Just after midnight, he awoke to the sound of something enormous coming up the stairs. He sat bolt upright and clutched the knife to him. Coming into the moonlight was that enormous cat, even more horrible than he'd heard. Its fur looked like black oil, and its eyes were so bright and red that they lit up the room. The cat hissed and lunged at him, and the man fought back, swinging the knife. They wrestled for a moment until the man lopped off the cat's front paw with a powerful chop. The cat yowled and ran away, limping down the stairs and out into the night. Terrified, the young man stayed up all night, clutching his knife and staring at the cat's paw on the floor until the moonlight turned into sunlight. When the miller came in the next morning, he was surprised to see the brave young man so frightened. Showing the paw as evidence, the man told the miller what had happened the night before. The miller ran to get his wife, who refused to get out of bed. He flung the sheets off of her, and to his horror, he saw that the sheets were soaked with blood from where her hand had been cut clean off. The rumors were true. She was the witch. After the miller banished her from the house, no one ever heard from her again. Well, after that, the crops came back, the farmers began to return to the mill, and the miller's business thrived once again. The farmer remarried and rebuilt his business, and all was well in that little community. But even now, in years of bad harvest, farmers will claim to see the glowing eyes of that enormous black cat staring at them in the moonlight.